Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. It's Thursday, so it's story day, and here's a really great one. It's called Indra's Net. And if this doesn't hearken the future of quantum physics and holographic understanding of how one part reflects the other, I don't know what does, but just check this out. This is called the jewel net of Indra. Far away in the heavenly abode of the great god Indra, there's a wonderful net which has been hung by some cunning artificer in such a manner that it stretches out indefinitely in all directions. In accordance with the extravagant taste of deities, the artificer has hung a single glittering jewel at the net's every node. And since the net itself is infinite in dimension, the jewels are infinite in number. There hang the jewels glittering like stars of the first magnitude, a wonderful sight to behold. If we now arbitrarily select one of these jewels for inspection and look closely at it, we will discover that its polished surface is reflecting all the other jewels in the net, infinite in number. Not only that, but each of the jewels reflected in this one jewel is also reflecting all the other jewels, so that the process of reflection is infinite. Love that. So there's a holographic nature connected here. There's an interconnectedness that they're pointing out here. There's the lack of a fixed self here. There's what they call non-locality. Brain is here, mind is everywhere. And of course, it creates the illusion, the appearance level of things seem to look one way, but they're not really that. And it's the mirror-like nature of the mind, reflecting everything back. Beautiful idea. Anyway, from there, let's move on. What are we doing today? Oh yes, today, my journaling question for you to answer yourself or elevate the conversation or get back to me and let me know what's going on in your life. I'll tell you what's going on for mine. I love this one. What's your favorite all-time movie? How can you make a choice? It's like asking me what's my favorite Beatles song. You can't do one, but play the game. Just play along. Will you pick a few movie genres that appeal to you? Do you like science fiction? Do you like horror? Do you like drama? Do you like rom-com? Whatever it is. So let me know what's going on in your life. I'll be glad to tell you what's going on in mine. Now, always quote my teacher first, B.K.S. Iyengar. And what I learned from him is he said, is it possible to bring people to my level in a shorter time than it took me? In order not to waste time. As he said, not knowing as he didn't in the earlier days. He's trying to give us the benefit so we don't have to be mucking around doing things that ultimately don't really serve us. Beautiful idea. Now, I like the way the idea of love is expressed in different words. We say, I love my dog, I love ice cream, I love my car, I love this weather. But nuances of love, and these are only three of them, I love it in the Greek, they say agape, which is brotherly love. How you feel for your best friend or for the human being who you don't know who's your neighbor or any other human being. But then there's also eros, the phallic love of sexuality. Yes, not just the zeal of the organs for each other, but the importance of human touch. And then there's amor, the complete union. That's what we normally think about love. That encompasses everything else. You feel friendly towards the person you love. And of course, sometimes there's contact in terms of how you make love with each other. But behind that is the union, that life force, that libido, that eros, that relatedness, that's packed into that too. And as far as I'm concerned, these are primal hungers which no human being can go without. So I hope you find your way to fulfill both agape, eros, and amor. Now, in the fairy tale Iron John, hunters never come back to this forest. And finally, one hunter goes in and his dog leads the way and he gets pulled down into the pond that's in the middle of the enchanted forest. And so they go out to find out what happened, who pulled the dog under, since a hand came up and they saw it. But they have to bucket out the pond. This is the old days. There was no John Deere backhoe to, get it out with machinery. And the whole idea is in order to uncover what's down below, below the swampy depths there, bucket work is slow. Just think about being at a lake and having a bucket to try to like bucket out the lake. It's manual labor, isn't it? There's no magic that's going to suck the water out, and it isn't handed over to you just because you ask. Something fierce is needed, meaning if you're going to do this inner work, you need resolve. You can't turn away from it. And once you begin, they say, once you put your hand to the plow, don't look back. So if you're going to cut through your own defense mechanism, ego is the intention of protection, and look at the different thought forms, clinging, condemning, and forgetting, or the ones that seduce you, threaten you, or neutral. All sensations are transmitted to HQ, central headquarters, the awareness for you to judge and react for or against, or be indifferent about it. Because we perceive what we receive from the inner or outer world, and we react to that information, and hopefully without labeling it. Just see what it is and let it go. All right, I hope that you find some ritual practice for yourself, because ritual is always rendering myth into life. All our verbal discourses of the mystical images are our ways of interpreting and trying to relate spiritual life to our environment, our daily life. So that's where you got to put boots to the ground and not just live in concepts, fantasies of what you think enlightenment is. Come right back down, like they say in Zen. Don't think of what you wish you were doing. Think of what you are doing. So when you're washing the dishes, your mind is somewhere else, just wash the dishes. All right, so remember, our affirmation teachers are always reminding us, Spirit is always with us, even when we're unaware of that fact, or when we forget for a time. So reminding ourselves to practice the presence, bring ourselves back to the moment that we're in, that's a way of realizing it. That's a way of finding it within ourselves once again. So I hope that even if you have some minor difficulty in your body, that you're either self-treating or going for professional help, that it's small in percentage in comparison to the fact that well-being in proportion to not well-being is usually dominant. So give thanks for everything. You still can see, you still can hear, you still can smell, you still can touch, taste, you still can talk, you still can walk, you still can wipe your ass, you still don't need a catheter. Whatever it is that you can be appreciative for, that your body is still doing, even amidst the other things that your body is not doing, praise it. And then behind it all, realize I am pure, positive energy.